Hello and welcome to Footy JUDGEMO. And Egypt under a lot of pressure, people. Egypt under a lot of pressure here. I thought the game would be over, but we are in for extra time. But we're not here only to talk about Egypt against France in the Olympics. Hit the like button if you're in. Ugarte deal is off. Manchester United looking for a DM, of course, and Chelsea finally get rid of Conor Gallagher. Finally, they forced the guy out, and they are in to sign two players, Omorodion and Osimhen, of course. And Man United looking for a DM. Arsenal with a very strange link to Yilmaz, the winger from Galatasaray, the Turkish winger, maybe to the backup to Saka, of course. And should Manchester City replace Julian Alvarez, who forced his way out of the club for a fee of 75 to 80 million euros, as reported, of course? Should they replace the guy, of course, Manchester City, they're going to lose Julian Alvarez. We were told. What? What are you talking about? What is this? But anyway, listen, people. Egypt are under a lot of pressure. I'm not sure what you guys want to do, but hit that like button. We're going to talk about Dominic Solanke to Spurs. What does he add to Spurs? They're in. Ken Levy finally back. Ange Postecoglou. Hit that like button, people. Support that channel. Get your questions in. I'm not sure what we should talk about. What should we talk about? Should we actually do a watch along? 97 minutes in, and you guys are ahead of me in the extra time, of course. I am way behind you people. 97 minutes, and Egypt are still, it's 1-1 here for me. People, 150 people here. Listen, hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, of course. I don't know what is going on. It's still like 97 minutes here. Am I like that much behind? I'm not sure if I'm that much behind, guys. Listen, in the chat, let me know where are you tuning in. Number one thing, let me know where are you tuning in from. And if you're watching this in the replay, like the video and let me know in the comments what you think about the show and where are you tuning in from. Is it 2-1? It's 98 minutes. Like, am I that behind though? Let me try, maybe, because the game is in front of me. Let me see. Let me see if I'm way behind, because it's Michael Olise on the right side. Lacazette. Am I that behind? Oh, yeah, Mateta scored again. Oh, for fuck's sake, bro. For fuck's sake, bro. France scored again. This is absolutely shit. Mateta scored again. Oh, shit. Shit. Oh. Yeah. I'm way behind. I was way behind. No, France scored again. Mateta with a header, bro. For fuck's sake, bro. Fuck this. Fuck this, bro. Fuck this, bro. What is this, bro? Egypt, man down. France 2-1, of course, in their home ground. Oh, my God. Where are you guys tuning in from? Listen, Egypt on the counter. Here you go. Egypt. Shot. What a shit shot, of course. London. Northumberland, of course. London is here. Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town, another South Africa, of course. Guys, who said I'm drunk, bro? Who said I'm drunk? Who said I'm drunk? Mateta linked to Chelsea tomorrow. Mateta's going to be linked to Chelsea tomorrow. 150 people here. West London, big up Nando. Italy. Alex, Italy. And guys, I apologize. I wanted to just tell you guys something. Brighton, of course. Scotland, Miami, Florida, of course. Miami, Florida, of course. Florida, of course. Lagos, Nigeria, India, of course. I wanted to tell you guys something. I'm actually now on a holiday. And I want to apologize to people. I'm trying to do the streams while being on a holiday. And I'm away from from America. And I'm on a holiday. That's why a little bit, the streams are a little bit like not organized. The streams are not actually on time. And that's why a little bit we talk about the transfers. We'll try to do everything. Northland is the country of Newcastle. North Newcastle, for your info. Thank you so much, Jordi, too, for life. For the Lacazette. Oh my God. I'm in a good mood a little bit. Listen, I am actually in Italy now. I'm actually in Italy in the current moment. Spending a little bit on trying to go to the beach sometime. We'll be streaming again regularly when the season starts. I'm in Italy. And I don't live in Italy, actually. I'm actually in the Liguri area, if you guys know where that is. I'm in the Liguri area, spending some time in the Liguri area, going to the beach, having some good food here with the people of, it's kind of like northern Italy, if you know. It's called Italian Riviera. It's called the Italian Riviera. It's a very, very nice part of Italy. Very, very nice part of Italy. Good beaches, very nice blue water, fantastic and amazing food, of course, here in Italy. I've been to Monte Carlo. I was in Monaco last year, actually. I was actually in Monaco last year and was in Cannes in France. But listen, MCFC Solo. There you go. I want you guys, listen, it can be myself talking to you, and it can be you asking me questions. We can do this show by you asking me questions. You lead the conversation about what do you want me to talk about. Sending super chats, support the channel, support myself, support this humble channel that by you are now close to 23,000 subscribers. I want to thank everyone that supported me, number one. Everyone that was here from the beginning. There is tons of people that actually supported this channel from the beginning. Always supporting the channel, watching the channel. And a lot of people hate watching me. A lot of people actually don't like my takes. A lot of people say that I have an agenda. A lot of people say that I don't like this and I don't like that. That's a lot of people. But listen, I'm here to give you one thing, an honest opinion. Me having a, like sometimes, yeah, I don't like this project or I don't like that project. But at the end, I will give you a proper analysis. I will give you a proper analysis of what I think about football, what I think about the transfers, what I think about the games. I decided this season, we'll do these solo shows probably once a day. We'll talk about the games that gets played. We'll talk about the games that will be played. And it's going to be me and you. And we start by the super chat. Big up, Mo. If we don't bring anyone in, do you expect a lot of minutes for Oscar Bob? He has a lot of talent, but let's see if he can step up. Can play across the attack. I actually expect a lot of minutes for Oscar Bob. I'm actually expecting Oscar Bob not only to play on the right side, but I'm expecting Oscar Bob to be actually playing on the left side. The reason why, I think that Jack Grealish might be dropped for Doku, and Oscar Bob might actually take the second spot on that left side. I think that Oscar Bob will take that left side from Jack Grealish, and he will be probably the substitute for Jeremy Doku. Or maybe Jeremy Doku will play on the right side. We know that there is Kevin De Bruyne, Foden, Rodri, and Bernardo Silva are players that can't be shifted, that can't be sit on the bench. But maybe, and just maybe, Kevin De Bruyne will manage his minutes a little bit. There is Savio on the right side as well, as Mushati saying, Mitson is saying, of course. But I am expecting, that's just me, I am expecting Oscar Bob to get a lot of minutes, MCFC Solo. I think actually Grealish will not, I don't know why I think Grealish will not be having a good season for me. Maybe he will be playing some minutes because, listen, the value has to go up. If you want to sell Grealish in a bit, there is a little bit of a fight in the game. The Egyptian players are fighting. The Egyptian players are fighting with the referee. They are fighting with the referee and the French players as well. And also, we want to talk about this. There's a couple of things that we want to talk about. We want to talk about Yilmaz to Arsenal. Very, very surprised by this link. Yilmaz to Arsenal. I am very surprised by it. But I want to start by one thing. Listen, I'm watching the game on the side, but I want to start by this. We're going to start by the Man United talk a little bit, and then we're going to shift into Chelsea, Arsenal as well. So stay with us. Hit that like button if you're watching this now. As Ashraf is saying, who's always supporting the channel, get your questions in, get your thoughts in, because I want you guys to drive this conversation. As David Ornstein reported, Man United switched midfielders away from Manuel Ugarte and onto other options because of the valuation of 60 million euros. I'm going to actually view this. There's Gueye to Newcastle as well, which is something that I wanted to talk about as well in the same time. Gueye to Newcastle. I'm telling you, it is bookmarked. It's right here. It's bookmarked. Gueye to Newcastle is bookmarked somewhere here. Here you go. If you can see, it's bookmarked somewhere. But we'll go back to Manchester United. Ugarte, here is the thing about this, and I want to get your guys' opinion. Do we see a shift? And where are Man United fans? Where are you, Man United fans? I want to hear you. Are we seeing a shift in the Man United approach of the transfer market? I am saying yes. We are seeing a little bit of a shift from Manchester United approach in the transfer market. It's much smarter. It is much more composed about them this time. It is much more different than what we see Man United did before. It is something that if this was the old regime, if this was Man United of old, and I want to get a lot of rivals say that I hate, a lot of Man United fans say that I hate Man United. Lots of rivals fans just want to banter Manchester United, but I'm telling you, if this was the last regime, this 60 million, it was going to be negotiated to 55 or 50 plus bonuses, blah, 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 blah. But Man United stood firm. Man United did not budge. And they didn't pay the fee that PSG wanted. Now, it is up to PSG to keep the guy and I'm going to tell you this. Luis Enrique does not favor Manuel Ugarte. He doesn't favor that, right? He doesn't favor Manuel Ugarte. So now it is up to PSG to find the deal that will please Manchester United. Manchester United did not budge. And I see some people talk about, oh my God, but they paid. Oh, Egypt, Zizou. Oh, Zizou, almost. Zizou, oh, that's a great free kick. But back to Manchester United. Luis Enrique doesn't rate him. Manchester United know that. To Manchester United, they have the upper hand in the negotiation with this guy. If this was old Manchester United, they would have paid the money. Do Manchester United need a DM? Yes, they do need a DM. Yes, they do. But are they gonna just budge and pay what PSG want? No, they didn't. They negotiated, and they absolutely, let's just unzoom a little bit. And they negotiated this. They negotiated this deal. And now the deal is off because Manchester United didn't want to pay the valuation. We praise the likes of Manchester City when they did not value Bruno Guimaraes as the 100 million. We need to praise Manchester United as well for this. We have to. I know that all of you hate Manchester United. A lot of people just want to talk smack about Manchester United. But I'm going to tell you, if this was the old regime, Man United would have paid the money, but they didn't. Now, Manchester United moving on from Ugarte, they are moving to two new targets. Manchester United are considering Joao Gomez of Wolves, which is an absolutely amazing player, but he isn't a DM. He isn't the kind of a DM that Manchester United want. He is the kind of, I don't think he is the kind of a midfielder that Manchester United want. However, it's a good signing for them. There are other players out there in the market. They could have got Onana for 50 million, the one that went to Aston Villa. There are other players in the market that are available as DMs. They didn't have to pay 60 million for Ugarte, and they didn't. And they did not go for it. So I am praising them. I am saying that I'm praising them. But João Gomez, the Portuguese guy from Wolves, I like it. I like the player. I think he can add good value to Manchester United. But I think if João Gomez goes to Manchester United, the starting DM, the start of the DM, Mo on has to go to on the. I like this. Mo on has to go on the football terrace. So praise Man United. They spend the whole window on Ugarte and praise them. If you haven't watched the football terrace, myself, Terry, and HUSAM, and how I am being told and I'm being called the biggest Manchester United hater. Oh, so João Gomes is Brazilian. Sorry, it's a slip. But if you haven't watched me on the football terrace, you know how much I go on the football terrace and slack Manchester United. Brazilian. Thank you, guys. Apologies for the slip. Apologies for the slip. Sorry. Apologies. Good. Thank you so much for telling me. It kind of slipped my mind that he's Portuguese. Everyone that plays for Wolves now, in my mind, is a Portuguese player. Pedro Neto, everyone that played for there is Portuguese. But yes, thank you so much. But listen, João Gomez, if he goes, I actually think it's going to be still Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? Man United needed a starting DM. Casemiro's leg is gone. Casemiro's legs are gone. So they need an actual start. I don't think that João Gomez will go there and start. Andre, another guy that I think Liverpool were linked to. I thought that Liverpool were linked to. Same here. Same. I actually slipped my mind that I thought he's Portuguese. Hit that like button. Come on. How many likes are we on, guys? Push the likes, guys. Oh my God. We have about 300 people here. 300 people here, and we aren't even on 200 likes. The like button is essential. The like button is essential, people. So hit that like button. The like button is essential. So come on, hit that like button, people. Come on. Let's get to 200 likes live. Right now, live. Let's get to 200 likes live. You have said you hate Man United. So what are you talking about, so-called Man United hater? Because I don't like Manchester United. It's my least favorite club in the Premier League, Manchester United. Very simple. But again, I'm going to repeat it again. When I say I don't like a project, like a Chelsea project, when I say I don't like Man United, it will never, and I said it on Saeed's show, it will never cloud my judgment. It will never cloud my judgment. It won't. Michael Olise, shit. 3-1, game's over. I only talk football here. Do you see me here talk about something else or something? See, I'm really respecting your comment. Do you see me here talking about something else? It's ridiculous. Game over now. Oh shit, game over. I'm turning this off. I turned it off. I'm turning the game off. It's game over now. Game over. It's game over now. Shit. Egypt lost and Egypt are out of the Olympics. They're going to play for the bronze medal. Of course, they're going to play Morocco. Hopefully they win. Listen, we'll see how it goes. But listen, 300 people here. I tried to do the FPL last year and I didn't like it that much. I'm like, it's just like, I don't have time to look and pick players and all this stuff. But listen, Man United now are targeting a DM. But I'm actually thinking that the one position that I think Man United need the most, in my opinion, by the way, it's just my opinion. I actually think that Man United need a center back, especially with Lenny Yoro's injury. They cannot go into the season with Lindelof, Maguire, Evans, and Lisandro Martinez, because Lenioro is injured. So Manchester United, I think this De Ligt deal is essential to them. It's very essential to them. I actually think so. So for me, Manchester United, they did the Lenioro. He's very unlucky that he got injured. He's going to be out. They said 3 months. So probably he's going to come back in like November. So they need a DM. They need a center back. Yes, they need the DM, but Casemiro can start. Casemiro can start, right? Maybe his legs are gone. But I don't want, like, if you're going to watch the Premier League and you want to watch Manchester United, if you're a Manchester United fan, you don't want to see Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans start, especially if Lisandro is injured or something. They need a center back to start. Is De Ligt a good player? I think De Ligt can work for Man United. I genuinely think that De Ligt can work for Manchester United. This is what I think, to be honest. But I'm going to move on from Manchester United and talk about this. I actually think this is a bigger deal than what people are making it to be. And it's not only the Omorodion guy. It is that Julian Alvarez thing. Do you know why that Julian Alvarez thing is a big deal? I have a completely different angle for this Julian Alvarez move from Manchester City. And I'm going to tell you why. I kept thinking about this. Since I heard the news that Atletico Madrid are close to striking a deal with Manchester City, I want to get what you guys think about what I'm about to say. If Julian Alvarez is not happy to be the bench player for Haaland, and if there is no player in the world that can go to Manchester City and play ahead of Haaland, I think Manchester City might not be able. And I want to hear Manchester City fans' opinions in the chat and in the comments. Manchester City fans, this is for you. This is for you. If you cannot keep Julian Alvarez, Bicky is already a mod, Ashraf. Bicky is already a mod. If they can't keep Julian Alvarez, who I don't think that Julian Alvarez is a top player. If you cannot keep Julian Alvarez, who I don't think is a top player, right? And they're going to let him go, right? Who can come on and be the second striker under Haaland? And I think Julian Alvarez might be good. He isn't Erling Haaland. He isn't Alexander Isak. He isn't an amazing striker. But my opinion about this, and hear me out about this, if Pep Guardiola builds a plan, get the likes of Savio, Doku, Oscar Bob, even like Kevin De Bruyne to assist, and I want to hear your opinion, Erling Haaland, basically build the system, build the plan around having a number 9 or a striker of a kind, some kind of striker that you deliver to, that striker gets the majority of the goals, gets you in the 18 and score. What if Haaland gets injured? Normally, most of the clubs have 2 strikers on the books. Manchester City are the only club that if Julian Alvarez leaves, will have only 1 striker on the books. Julian Alvarez was the second striker. If they build a whole system to favor and serve a number 9 for the whole season, as they did in the season before, last season Erling Haaland got injured, but Phil Foden stepped up. Kevin De Bruyne is someone who likes to assist, and who assists Erling Haaland a lot. Who is going to be the number 9? And that would require if Erling Haaland needs a rest, if Erling Haaland is injured, that requires Manchester City to switch the system completely to play with a different system. And the players are coached. The players are actually embedded in their head, right, to play a system that favors Erling Haaland as the top goal scorer for them. He will have to change the system. And hear me out here. In the 2 seasons, in the 2 seasons before, when it clicked for Manchester City from February all the way to June when they won a treble, everything favored Erling Haaland to score. I know that Ashley is saying that it will not be a problem for Manchester City. But I think this season, there will be no room for error to win the Premier League. There will be no room for error. I think, in my opinion, I have seen a lot of Manchester City fans online say that we are happy, and I think Nobin said that. We are happy to sell Julian Alvarez if that means we get a replacement for Rodri. I think one of the things that they need to think about is get another number 9 that is willing to sit on the bench for Erling Haaland and get some minutes. I actually don't rate Julian Alvarez that high, but at the end, he's a striker. Oscar Bob is not a striker. Phil Foden, and people will say they will play false 9. Phil Foden lately has been stepping up as a number 10, as a midfielder, as an attacking midfielder. Right? Oscar Bob is not a 4, is not a number 9. Kevin De Bruyne is kind of getting injured all the time, sometimes. So for me, they need a number 9. But the question would be for Manchester City, who would be the number 9, the good number 9, that you will bring that will be willing to sit behind Erling Haaland for all the season? I don't think any name. Let's go through the name. I don't think if they get Osimhen, for example, I'm just gonna give names. If they get Ugarte, will come in to play some minutes only if Erling Haaland is injured or at the end of the game? I don't think so. I know that people talk about Manchester City and they win trophies and all that, but Pep Guardiola, you have to look at it from many, many angles. If you're going to a top player and telling that player, Pep Guardiola is convincing that player to come to Manchester City, that player, until this moment, will not know if Pep Guardiola is staying after today or not, after this season or not. He doesn't know that player. Who guarantees this player that Pep Guardiola is staying? If your attraction, and I'm not slagging City here, is actually a praise to how good Erling Haaland is, you have to go for a backup number 9. That was Julian Alvarez. Manchester City scouted Julian Alvarez very, very well. And they landed Julian Alvarez for 15 million pounds. They're going to sell him now for 75 million euros. So they made money. But who is the guy that will come in and agree to sit behind Erling Haaland for the whole season? Let's see, DiMarzio. Rafikov is saying something about DiMarzio. So let me check it. Yeah. What is it? DiMarzio. About Osimhen. Is it breaking news? It's not. Okay. Here we go. What is happening? The Chelsea leaves the scene. Only PSG, Arsenal, and Saudi Arabia. So Osimhen, breaking news. Osimhen to Chelsea is off. Breaking news. Osimhen to Chelsea is off. However, can we trust DiMarzio? Are we trusting DiMarzio that much? Maybe not. Are we trusting DiMarzio that much? Maybe not. I'm actually not sure, not 100% sure that Chelsea, because it looks like Osimhen wants to move to the Premier League, though. He wants to move to the Premier League, Osimhen. So Chelsea might be still in for him. And I think Chelsea might get the guy. Because at the end, he wants to join Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Just looking it up. It says here that Chelsea leaves the scene on him. Only remain PSG, Arsenal, and Saudi Arabia. Bro, a lot of time. And still, Chelsea hold the card of Lukaku. remember that Chelsea hold the card of Lukaku, who Antonio Conte is dying to get. But listen, who is this Samu Omorodion guy? By the way, this transfer for 35 million pounds, it is very strange for me. Atletico Madrid are set to accept Chelsea proposal for Samu Omorodion worth around 35 million package. Who is this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Why are Chelsea targeting these players? I'm sorry, I never heard of this guy until Chelsea starting scouting the guy. Like, I don't know who's this guy. It's people say he's good. If he was good, there would have been talk about him somewhere else. Atletico Madrid would have kept him. Because 35 million pound package is not amazing. It's not like, if he was that good, bro, Atletico Madrid would have kept him. He didn't. I don't think he even played for Atletico Madrid. Wasn't he on loan to Alvarez or something? Like, is this another guy that Chelsea are targeting as an asset? Like, there is the Guiwi guy. Didn't you sign that Guiwi guy? And me, I thought that Chelsea, when they were linked to Olise, me here thought that they are moving into the right direction. Me here thinking that I thought that Chelsea will be going for top players. They are trying with Osimhen, but they don't want to pay the money. Bro, who's this guy? Why aren't Chelsea targeting top players? Because they want... bro. There's the guy that they signed from Barcelona, Guiwi, Yo, whatever. Okay. Yeah, but hold on. Palmer asked for game time, bro. Who's this guy, bro? Like, what is this? Are Chelsea... is this going to be the backup to Nicholas Jackson? Is this the guy that is going to be a backup to Nicholas Jackson? So, or is it going to be Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson? What is going on? Omorodion, this guy is an unknown striker, bro. Bro, I'm not sure. The problem with me is that some Chelsea fans still defend the way they do the deals. And I don't know why. Why do they defend this? Let me just fix the light a little bit. Here we go. Fix the light a little bit. Fix my light. Omorodion can replace Jackson, but it looks like Nkunku is going to be the forward. Who's this guy? Like, I am really starting to question this Chelsea move for this guy. It looks strange. It doesn't add up. And I don't understand why is it happening. And I know that Chelsea fans will defend anything that these guys do. They back Maresca and they defend anything. I thought Chelsea are moving into the right direction to get the good guys. Bro, if you're going to defend this, tell me one team in the Premier League that will take... Tell me one team in the Premier League that will take Omorodion in their books. Unless they get this guy and Osimhen. And then I'm going to ask the question, what is the reason you're getting this guy? Where is Nkunku going to play then? Can you explain to me? Where is Nkunku going to play? Midfield? Left winger? Where is Jackson going to play? Nkunku has to start. You have Dewsbury Hall, Lavia, Enzo Caicedo. So what is going to happen? Chelsea, bro, Chelsea defend anything. Second striker. So they're going to play with 12 players. So they're going to play with 12 players. I'm not getting this. Nkunku is going to start. He's going to start on the left. He's going to start up front. He's going to start somewhere. But if he starts on the left, you think Omorodion will be the number 9? You think he's going to go into the season with Omorodion as the number 9? Is that what Chelsea fans want? You want Omorodion to be the number 9 for you and Nkunku as second striker. This is crazy. Wallah, you guys are crazy. Cole Palmer is the 10. Madueke on the right. Cole Palmer on the right. Nkunku on the left. Jackson on the bench. How do we know? How do we know? Yeah, but this guy, Omorodion, just go. I don't know why they aren't going and get the money for Osimhen. There are the news about Osimhen that he doesn't want to lower his wages, 12 million euros. That's a big wage for Chelsea. That's a big wage for Chelsea. And I know that Chelsea don't want to break their wage structure, especially with the sterling wage at the current moment. I know that. And by the way, the Osimhen camp said that as well. Said that they don't want to break, that they don't want to lower the demands for the wages. It's crazy. But about Chelsea, though, I said yesterday, thank you, Rafikov. Thank you, Rafikov. Chelsea, if Chelsea don't get Osimhen and only end up with Omorodion, and Chelsea, they were in for Olise. Olise chose someone else. Who are they in for on the right wing? We don't know. If Chelsea end up with this guy, accordion guy, or whatever, if you know what accordion is, Omorodion or whatever thing. Bro, this is one of the craziest things I've seen in my life, this Chelsea thing. It's the craziest thing. Like, it's crazy. A lot of Chelsea fans want high standards. Now they defend any signing they do. It will be for the future. What about today, bro? What about now? Accordion, you're going to get accordion to play? You're going to play the accordion? What is this, bro? You're going to play the accordion? What is this? Bro, accordion is crazy, bro. You're getting an accordion, bro, to play as the number 9. It's a massive risk, isn't it? I haven't watched the guy play once in my life, by the way. I am literally sitting here waffling with you about this guy. But because I haven't heard about him, right? I don't think it's a good move. Oh, Mo. Some people are defending this. No. Some people are telling us he's a good player with good attributes and he can come in and he's ready for first team. Bro, Mo, you better believe it. You better believe it. You better believe this. That some people defend the accordion for Chelsea. And I get why Chelsea fans defend everything that they do. I get why. Because they want to believe. I'm telling you now. Chelsea fans, they want to believe. They want to believe. Big up Sharma. He's basically like a younger, less refined Osimhen. And that is what Chelsea want to rely on going into the season, in a season that they must make Europe and they have to win a competition. That's based on Chelsea's people. That's not me speaking, bro. That is not Mo setting the standard. That is Chelsea fans setting the standards. Not me. Not me. And here we go. Here we go. Here you go. Fabrizio Romano. Whoa. There's a fight. Whoa. Fabrizio Romano just said. Fabrizio Romano, by the way, just said that he's lying. What's his name is lying. He literally just said that no changes. He reposted one for 3 hours saying that Di Marcio's running. Is lying. He literally just said that Di Marzio is lying. No changes so far on Victor Osimhen deal for Chelsea. Chelsea explore talks with Napoli. Napoli want Lukaku. Osimhen will not reduce his wages and is not open to straight loan with option to buy right now. He's still expecting to leave Napoli, but no concrete changes yet. He literally said that Chelsea are still in for Osimhen. There is negotiations, right? But he literally said that Di Marzio is muted, is lying. Fabrizio Romano said that Di Marzio is lying. He said that. It's crazy. Anyway, back to the accordion. Back to the accordion. I don't think Samo is a starter, but I think Chelsea need a better striker. I think Nicholas Jackson might need to be probably the second striker. I actually think that Chelsea need a striker to start. Need a striker to start. Do you want to go to next season with Nicholas Jackson? I think Chelsea need to reevaluate. They need to start. I know that some people say that Chelsea don't want to break the wage stack, but you want to get top players, you have to pay. You have to pay. You cannot just go and expect everyone to have a very, very low wage. You can't expect that. That shouldn't be that, and nobody's gonna do this. No one is gonna go to Chelsea and accept less than 100K, 120, 150K as a top player. You will need to pay the money for the players. I guess we'll see how this Chelsea project goes. And I think that Chelsea took a massive risk signing youngsters, took a massive risk getting Enzo Maresca, and it might pay off, but I don't think that Enzo Maresca is gonna pay off in the short term. And Chelsea squad need a short-term success. They have players that I said many times, they are good players. They aren't bad players. Maybe they needed a coach to take them to the next level. And I'm just telling you, Madueke need a coach to take him to the next level. Malo Gusto need a coach to take him to the next level. I don't think Enzo Maresca has the experience or the resume, as I said yesterday on the Lahwa, that he has the experience and the resume to do these, to take these players to the next level. Chelsea needed to hire another coach. However, we're here to see. We're waiting to see what is happening. We're waiting to see what is happening with Chelsea, because it is a little bit underwhelming. And this Omorodion signing is underwhelming. And 35 million pounds is a lot of money. No, it's not a lot of money in this market. It is a lot of money in this market, especially for someone that is unknown. Omorodion, or whatever his name is, as I said, is an unknown player. 35 million pounds for him. He's a player who was on loan to Alvarez, if I'm not mistaken, is a lot of money for him. You could have gotten someone better for 35 million. But again, 35 million package still is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Why are you signing unknown players? Why are Chelsea signing players that we don't know about? Are you and they aren't signing them like when Man City got Julian Alvarez. But Man City got Julian Alvarez when they have a Haaland. Like, people go scout players when they have already established and ready-made players to take them to the next level. The amount of players that Chelsea signed, and I'm not Abdi Has, I am not saying that he's trash. I'm saying it's a massive risk. You were linked to Olise, someone who is ready-made player in the Premier League. Yes, that's a right winger. But I'm talking about the type of player, the caliber of player, right? The caliber of players. That is what is happening. Why are you signing an unknown? Everyone, here we go. Look at this. Every time you say something about Chelsea, every time you say something about a club, someone says that. Yeah, if you don't want to subscribe, how about I'm going to do something for you? How about I actually time you out? How about I put time out? Maybe you're timed out now. Yeah, I don't understand. How can some people sit here and say and defend Chelsea signing all these players, the unknown players? How? How can you sit here? How can you sit here and literally sign these players that are unknown and defend them? Literally. I like when Chelsea signed Tosin Adebayo, I said it's a good signing for free. I think he's a good defender. He might not be amazing. He's not amazing, but he's a good signing. When you sign Dewsbury Hall, I like that signing. And I actually think Dewsbury Hall is going to cook at Chelsea. I actually think he's going to have a good career at Chelsea. And when you were linked with Olise, I said Olise takes you. I think Olise takes you to a different level. But it is what it is. Bro, it is what it is. You have to be able to take criticism, my friend. Because if it's warranted, it's warranted. If you don't like it, challenge me, my friend. Challenge me. Listen, but yeah, we said that. List the players that have flopped in this model. But you haven't done great yet. Tubbs, but you haven't done great yet. You literally got an unknown manager, someone that doesn't have a big resume, my friend. And I like this. I like this. But you need I like this question. But you need a manager. I'm going to tell you something. Your team last season, I think overall, didn't do well. Yes, in the second half of the season, it was well. But I think the team now was ready to take the next step. Take the next step. But now you have to understand, your team have good player subs. I actually think Jackson is a good player. He's not top, but he's a good player. Palmer is a top player. Caicedo is a top player. I think Lavia is a very good player. Malo Gusto is a very good player. Reece James is a very good player. Enzo Fernandez is not a terrible player. He's a good player. He's not amazing, but he's a good player. Nkunku is a very good player. But you needed a manager. Yabni, and I did Yabni. Sorry, Akhi, Wallah al-Azim, and I can't. Okay, I haven't finished yet. Wallah al-Azim. And I did the redirect. Wallahi. Ya Akhi, I'm not done yet. I haven't even started on Arsenal yet, Ya Husam. I think Chelsea needed a better manager. But hear me out. If you aren't get a manager that is ready-made, my friend, at least get players that are ready-made. Unless Chelsea fans, you are telling me that this project is not for the here and now. And what I mean by the here and now, is making Champions League football, winning the Conference League. And there is a massive difference between this and Arteta. It's a very simple thing. When Arteta joined Arsenal, he was tasked to clear out the squad first, then implement the style of play. Enzo Maresca isn't tasked to clear out the squad. So Enzo Maresca now is hired as Arteta's third year after he got his team. Are you telling me that Enzo Maresca now, with this team, are guaranteed Champions League football? He's not. He's not, because he's not experienced. He's not experienced. He's not experienced. You already cleared out the squad, the Koulibalis, you remember all of these guys. The only one that needs clearing out is Raheem Sterling. And I think Chelsea now, under Maresca, maybe need to target the likes of Olise, Pedro Neto. Maybe he's injured prone, but I'm talking about the caliber. Osimhen. Maybe even a Solanke. You know what I mean? Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney to Chelsea makes a lot of sense to me. To me, I think Ivan Toney comes in, gives you 2-3 years. Jackson, maybe the understudy. They substitute. Ivan Toney cooks at Chelsea. Enzo Maresca have his experienced player. He scores goals, links up a play, and I think it's great. You are comparing Omorodion. Get a ready-made striker. Get a ready-made striker. Wallahi, you Chelsea fans are so deluded sometimes. Some of you. Some Chelsea fans are so deluded. You have the youngsters. You have the Jacksons. You have the Palmer. Right? You have Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia. Go get an Ivan Toney. How hard is it? Spend the money. You don't, I know, but I know. But I know that you don't want that. Oh my God. Here we go. Look at this. I'm going to respect. Have you not moved on from Ivan Toney? I'm talking about the caliber of player. I'm talking about the caliber of player, bro. Wallah al-azim talata. You just want to argue for the sake of argument. Omorodion or Ivan Toney? Omorodion or Ivan Toney? Bro. I get the balance is you signing an experienced striker. Because Raheem Sterling is not the guy to lead the line. I'm not convinced with this Omorodion guy. I'm not convinced with this Omorodion guy. Listen, we got 400 people here. We need to get to 200 likes. Chelsea and their fans are finished as an elite club. No, they aren't. No, they aren't. The team is not bad. The team is not bad. The team is good. No, Mafia is no, this is wrong. The Chelsea team is not bad. They need some additions, and I think they will be okay. They have a good right back. They have good defense. Maybe they needed an experienced defender. Right? In the front line, they need an experienced striker. That experienced striker can be anyone. Can be anyone. Can be anyone. Can be Ivan. Can be anybody, bro. I don't know who. But can be anyone. Anyone that is proven at least. Not Omorodion. Osimhen, great. There are tiers below that. Solanke is way below that. Ivan Toney is on par with Osimhen. How do you sit here and defend this signing is beyond my imagination. Seriously, wallahi. I get it. You need to get your assets up. This is what Chelsea is about now. You need one experienced defender because it looks like there's a lot of mistakes in the defense. And you already, the midfield, I think, is all right. And you need one experience for two players. 2 players. Chelsea need 2 players. And by the way, the goalkeeper, you signed, listen, also, he's not bad. Solanke is good. He had a good season at Bournemouth. He's not bad. And I think if he goes to Spurs, I think he replaces Richarlison very, very well. Very, very well. And I was going to talk about it in a bit. Mafia saying the owners will never get the experienced players. But when we say that, they tell us we don't know. Yeah, Mafia. When we say that, they tell us we don't know. They tell us we don't know. They tell us you have an agenda. Yeah, get one. Get one experienced forward. Yeah, forget this guy, Raheem Sterling. He's not the guy for you. He's not the guy. But I get why people are so hesitant for Chelsea, the hierarchy. They want the resale value. They want to have a good asset. They want to have a good asset. That is a problem. And at some point, you need to stop caring about the assets. And by the way, I said the same about Arsenal. And Arsenal fans accepted it. Arsenal fans moved on. Arsenal fans moved on from this youth project. They want to ready-made players now. Halas. Chelsea, you have a fantastic young squad. Add some experience. Yeah, add some experience. And you're going to be all right. Kuna Gallagher left. I was going to talk about it. But this one for Arsenal, guy that we only watched in the Euros, look electric. Arsenal have accelerated negotiations to sign Galatasaray winger Barış Yilmaz, with details of potential agreement discussed. Arsenal pay 20 million euro for the player. I don't know what to say about this signing. Is he a back? Arsenal already have Gabriel Jesus, Saka, Havertz, Martinelli, and Trossard. So 5 forwards. This is he's an unknown, another unknown player. I'm not sure how reliable this is, but if he's going to come in as a backup for Saka, we know that Saka doesn't sit on the bench a lot. And I'm sure this is guys going to come in to give Saka some rest, get some games in the cups or something like this. I don't know what to say about this signing. He's a winger, quick, electric, from what we have watched in the Euros and some videos or whatever. But is he someone that Arsenal should get for 20 million euros if they want to explore another option up top? Maybe. 20 million euros is about 17 or 16 million pounds. That's not a lot of money if you're going to get a backup for Bukayo Saka. If this guy is going to come in as a backup for Bukayo Saka, it's not bad option because it's cheap. And because already Arsenal have a starting player on that side that is already a top player, which is Bukayo Saka. So this guy is going to come in as the backup for Bukayo Saka. Before you start saying, but you said that teams need ready-made players. You need ready-made players in the positions you're missing. Like Arsenal on the left 8, in the midfield, they need a ready-made player. So this guy is going to come in as a backup for Saka. Cheap option. I don't know a lot about him, but it looks like Arsenal want this guy. So why not? Why not get the guy? Is he better than Reece Nelson? I don't know. I don't know a lot about this guy to tell you, but he is electric, quick. Is he going to come to the Premier League and flop? They aren't asking him to start week in, week out. That's the thing. He's not going to come to the Premier League to get a lot of minutes. He's going to come into the Premier League to be a substitution for Bukayo Saka. And that's about it. It's not that deep. It is not something that we're sitting here and saying, oh my God, it's an amazing signing. It's not. It is just, if this happens, and I don't know how reliable this source is, if this happens, it will be just a signing as a backup for Bukayo Saka, which is, I think, actually, Gabriel Jesus can be the backup for Bukayo Saka. Can be the backup for Bukayo Saka. The last part I wanted to talk about is the Dominic Solanke link. The only thing I wanted to speak about this to Spurs is that Spurs are in search for a striker. I think Spurs, not yet. I think Spurs are desperate for a striker because Richarlison is the worst striker in the Premier League. Without a shadow of a doubt. I think Weghorst is a better striker than him. I know Weghorst doesn't play in the Premier League anymore, but I think Richarlison is the worst player is the worst forward in the Premier League. He's absolutely horrific. And if they keep Richarlison, I don't think they make top 4 at all. Dominic Solanke is someone who will add. Mopé is better than Richarlison. Hands down. You aren't convincing me otherwise. I don't think there is a worse number 9 in the Premier League than Richarlison. I don't think there is a worse Premier League player, forward number 9 than Richarlison. I just don't see it. I don't see it. They need a striker. Dominic Solanke is good. Is he worth 65 million? As Bournemouth are asking. I don't know. I actually have no idea. But I think Dominic Solanke adds to Spurs. I think he makes them somehow competitive up top. Kulusevski or Brandon Johnson on the right, Young-min Son on the left, and Dominic Solanke up top. That's a good forward line, a very good front line. Is it top? Is it elite? It's not. But I think it adds a lot. And I think, to be honest with you, Beto, no, maybe Beto is worse, but again, Beto is absolutely horrific as well. Beto's horrific, Michael. Bro, Beto is so bad. It is unbelievable as well. But Solanke, I think, is someone that he needs a move to a top team. If you want to call Spurs a top team, challenge for top 4. But 65 million is a lot, but that's the market. If it was me, I would go and get Ivan Toney for 45, 50 million. Yes, it's me. Cheap. And I think they should do that. Last part we'll talk about is Mark Gahey to Newcastle. I'm going to say this. People are sleeping on Newcastle. People are really sleeping on Newcastle. It's the last part of the show. If they get Mark Gahey, Fabian Schär, Mark Gahey, Sven Botman, that's a very good trio in the back. I think long-term, Mark Gahey is going to be the replacement for Fabian Schär. Botman is not going to come in until the end of this year, so they need a center back. Mark Gahey is amazing. He's a very good center back. And I think him and Botman for the future will be absolutely fantastic. People are sleeping on Newcastle. Tonali's back. They are keeping Isak. There is that Gordon talk. They're going to get a right winger to replace Almiron. They have Joao Linton back. Bruno Guimaraes is staying. Livramento is getting better. Lewis Hall on the left. I think people are sleeping on Newcastle for some reason. For some reason, they are sleeping on Newcastle. But this guy plays from the back. He's not bad. He's good. He's a leader. Captain material as well. Captain material as well. I think Man United should have been all over this deal. Man United should have been all over this deal. One of the other teams that should target Mark Gahey is Liverpool. I don't know why no one is targeting Liverpool, Mark Gahey, but Newcastle. And you have to understand that Mark Gahey has a lot of Premier League experience. Has a lot of Premier League experience. England international as well. English. You want to say 65? Listen, if Branthwaite, they want 75 for him, Mark Gahey is definitely a steal for 65. If Branthwaite is worth 75 million pounds, Mark Gahey is definitely a steal. Is definitely a steal. Newcastle, I'm waiting until the window ends, and I think Newcastle will be in the mix for top 4. People really don't want to take Newcastle serious, and I don't know why. Because they finished bad last season, but they had a lot of injuries. Yeah, tons of injuries. Tons and tons of injuries. 100%, they had tons of injuries. I think people are sleeping in Newcastle. But listen, one game a week, as people say, no Europe, and I think Newcastle will be good. Listen, this show, I want to get to 200 likes. And we got to 200 likes. We are 8 likes away from 200 likes. We're 8 likes away from 200 likes. So get us to 200 likes. Thank you for everybody supported the channel. Sent the super chat. And I just want to tell you guys something. This show is going to take you to HUSAM. And HUSAM is playing bingo football. It's fun. It is entertaining. So you have to go and absolutely play with him. I don't know what is this link. I don't know what you're talking about. Bastoni is not leaving Inter. He's definitely not leaving Inter. But listen, go to HUSAM. This is football. My brother HUSAM. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Rivals Rumble. And where are you people? Thank you everybody that tuned in. Make sure to like, subscribe people. And we'll see you guys soon. If they don't get signings, yes. If Spurs don't get signing, they're finishing 8th. We're out of here, people. I want to appreciate you guys. See you guys soon.